Not working.
Oh, magic.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I'll start it again. Hello, everyone. My name is Firdaus Sheikh. I'm co-founder and CEO at DRIFE. DRIFE is the first decentralized ride-hailing platform which aims at empowering both the driver and rider community. My life took a turn 2 years back when I was traveling with an Uber driver. And this driver asked me to cancel the trip for an airport ride. And when I asked him, like, why are you asking me to cancel the trip? The driver told me about the huge commission that he was paying on that ride. He was paying almost 40% of the trip fare as the commission to the ride-hailing platform. And then I tried to understand more deeper about what's wrong, because for a fact, we all heard about a story where drivers were earning really good money with the ride-hailing platform. Now, at this point of time, drivers feel so stuck in this vicious circle of paying high commission to ride-hailing platform, and there's no way to go out of this because every other ride-hailing platform that we know of charges huge commission. No doubt ride-hailing platforms are boom in taxi industry, and with the influence of technology and economic incentives, the topic of mobility was never as interesting as it has become today. But wait, do you really think this is as simple as it looks like? With just few taps in our mobile application, all the ride-hailing platforms are selling this convenience at our doorstep. But after speaking with 1,000+ drivers and riders, what we realize is the biggest problem in this industry is about the existence of central entity who controls everything and anything in this ecosystem. Starting with higher commission, price manipulation, or surge price that we know of, ride-hailing platforms started with manipulating the ecosystem for their profit motive to a time now where they exploit their value creators for their profit motive. Now, there's something that I guess we all can agree on, which is all the ride-hailing platforms are now multi-billion-dollar companies. But when you look back and look at the value creator who actually made them billion-dollar companies are still struggling to make their livelihood, which also implies that something has really gone wrong. The whole idea of technological disruption in mobility industry was to uplift the driver community. But if they're still struggling, there is something which is very wrong. We at DRIFE are building a solution which is a decentralized blockchain-based ride-hailing platform. Our idea is very simple: to have a driver and rider application in place which connects both the driver and rider with each other without the existence of the central entity. The platform is very simple, and let's talk about the USP that we are bringing in. DRIFE is the first platform that could ever exist which works on zero commission model, which means driver get to earn 100% of the fare that the rider pays. And when we do so, we are actually removing our own profit agenda from the right fare, making sure at the same time when we are giving driver 100% access to the fare, we are also giving riders an opportunity to pay less, because we are also taking away all the unnecessary components from the ride fare that a rider was always paying to the ride sharing platform, but it never went to the drivers. The idea of DRIFE is very simple. We want to enhance the quality of ride by solving the problems for the driver community. Now, all of us have been through this situation where a driver cancels ride for us, and we tend to blame that driver, but we never ask the question to the platform, like, is there something wrong with the platform that, driver are canceling rides for me, or driver are asking for things that I'm not sure that I should tell them. In a country where I come from, in India, a driver most of the time calls us and asks us detail about the ride. They ask us, where are you going, how much you're paying, how you're paying, and then they cancel your ride. And then because the driver, we say like, okay, this driver is not willing to go. But did you ever realize that ride sharing platform never ever share basic detail of rides with the driver before a driver accepts the ride? Driver never know details of ride. They are forcefully allocated rides. At the same time as riders, what do we actually decide for ourselves? The pickup location and drop location, and rest everything is being decided for us by the ride-hailing platform. At DRIFE, we're giving back that power to the community by giving them this choice to decide for themselves, be as a rider, which driver I want to travel with, or be as a driver, which ride you want to accept. This rights has been given back to you. Now, blockchain implementation in DRIFE is just a step ahead into the whole technological evolution that has taken place in the ride industry. We use smart contracts to do a fare calculation, ride allocation, and by doing this, we become the only transparent ride-sharing platform. And actually not only ride-sharing platform, but the only platform in the whole mobility industry, because transparency in itself is such a huge question in mobility industry as a whole. It looks like a far-sighted dream. Now, there's something which is very interesting about us, which is our business, where you can be a part of our journey and run your own DRIFE operation across the globe. Now, initially, when we started with the whole idea of DRIFE, we thought we want to run our own operations. But then we will ourselves defeat the whole purpose of decentralizing this ecosystem. That's where we come with a unique opportunity where we open a franchisee application where anybody can actually be a part of the franchisee ecosystem by delegating DRF stakes and running the operation. I'll show this. Obviously, you won't understand this by looking at it, but it's a very simple concept. We open a franchisee application, and we ask you to stake DRF to get the franchisee right. Franchisee right is nothing but an NFT which gives you license to operate DRIFE operation in any part of the globe. We have started with Bangalore currently, working on Bangalore NFT now. Once you win the franchisee competition, you actually get the rights to operate. But at the same time, you can ask the community to stake on your behalf and share the profit with the community. So it's a win-win situation for someone who wants to run operation as well as the community who wants to earn from the real profit of the operations of a company. Now, talking about DRF token is built for this DRIFE ecosystem where it's used in two very different ways. The first is within the platform where drivers and riders can use the DRF token to pay for their rides, to pay for their subscription fees. But on the other side, where you actually use DRF to participate in the franchisee ecosystem, you can also participate to vote for new features of DRIFE in your particular city and be a part of the local community for running DRIFE operation. As now, when I speak with you all, I have already fully developed driver and rider application. I have close to 10,000 plus drivers who will be part of my launch in Bangalore, India. We were supposed to launch DRIFE in the month of April, but then there was a second wave of COVID. And now we are waiting for things to get normal. I'm also working on 2 more franchisees that will be coming up this year, that is Brazil and Paris. Apart from that, the idea is very simple. We want to take DRIFE across the globe. And in 2022, we will be launching with more of the franchisee applications and taking DRIFE across the globe. This is my team. I started DRIFE operations with my 2 co-founders. I have 4 more core team members, but we are a team of 17 people working in both the tech and the marketing and operation team. So that's pretty much about us. I know a lot of people might be thinking this is way too crazy to fight against something which is way too big, like companies like Uber, Ola, and Lyft. And I also know a lot of you are thinking that this is way too ambitious to do this. But the global taxi industry is changing, and it's time for us to change as well and move to a more transparent, decentralized ride-sharing economy. They say the only thing that you need to disrupt what we call is already disrupted is willingness to fight. We are ready. Are you?
That was great. Thank you.